If you're over 60 and you think building muscle means buying expensive protein powders, fancy cuts of meat, or specialty diet foods, I want to gently set your mind at ease right away. You don't need any of that to get stronger. In fact, some of the most helpful muscle supporting foods are sitting quietly on the lowest shelves of your grocery store, often in the budget section, without flashy labels or marketing promises. Here's something important to understand. After the age of 50, the body naturally begins to lose muscle each year. This doesn't happen overnight. It's slow and subtle. But over time, it can affect balance, walking speed, and how steady you feel when standing up or climbing stairs. At the same time, many people are told they must spend a lot of money on supplements to protect their strength. But when researchers look at seniors who stay strong well into their 70s and 80s, one pattern keeps showing up again and again. They don't spend more. They choose protein that their bodies can actually use more efficiently. That's what today is about. In this video, I'll share 7 affordable high-protein foods, all easy to find, all budget-friendly, and all especially helpful for supporting muscle after 60. I'll explain why they work, how to use them, and simple ways to add them into meals without changing your whole routine. And the food, at number 1, costs less than many pieces of fruit, but provides some of the most reliable muscle support you can get from real food. Let's start with number 7. Number 7, sardines. Sardines may not look impressive, and for many people, they're not the first thing that comes to mind when thinking about muscle food. But for seniors, they can be incredibly useful. One small can provides a strong amount of complete protein, meaning it contains all the amino acids your body needs to support muscle tissue. But what really makes sardines special is what comes with that protein. They are rich in natural fats that help calm internal stress in the body. This matters because as we age, low-level inflammation can slowly interfere with how muscles repair and rebuild. When that internal stress stays high, muscle tissue breaks down faster than it can recover. Regular intake of small oily fish has been linked with better walking speed, steadier grip strength, and slower loss of muscle over time in older adults. Not because of calories, but because the nutrients help protect muscle fibers from constant wear and tear. There's also a bonus that many people overlook. The soft bones inside sardines are edible and provide minerals that support bone structure, which is important because strong muscles need stable bones to work properly. And from a practical point of view, sardines are convenient. They don't need cooking, they last a long time in the pantry, and they can be added to meals easily. You can mash them with avocado on toast, mix them into pasta salad, stir them into eggs, or add them to crackers with herbs and lemon. Even once or twice a week can provide steady support for muscle maintenance. Number 6, cottage cheese. Cottage cheese may remind some people of old-fashioned diets, but it deserves a lot more respect than it usually gets. What makes cottage cheese helpful after 60 isn't just the amount of protein, but how slowly that protein is released into the bloodstream. A large portion of the protein in cottage cheese digests gradually, feeding muscles over several hours instead of all at once. This steady supply is especially useful for older adults because aging muscles don't respond as quickly or as strongly to protein as they once did. When protein arrives slowly and consistently, muscles have more time to absorb and use it. Some people like to eat cottage cheese in the evening because it continues supplying amino acids while the body is in repair mode during sleep. But it can also be useful during the day as part of meals or snacks. It also contains minerals that support bone strength, which indirectly supports muscle performance and balance. To make it more enjoyable, you can mix it with berries, nuts, or cinnamon for a light snack, or use it in savory dishes with herbs, cucumbers, and tomatoes. Some people even blend it into smoothies to make them creamier while adding extra protein. It's inexpensive, flexible, and very gentle on digestion, which is important if your appetite or stomach isn't as strong as it used to be. Number 5, lentils. Lentils may not look like muscle food, but they quietly provide several things aging muscles need at the same time. They contain protein, slow-digesting carbohydrates, fiber, and minerals that support energy production and muscle function. This combination is helpful because muscle building isn't just about protein alone. Muscles also need steady energy and good circulation to recover and stay strong. Many older adults develop mild mineral deficiencies without realizing it, which can affect strength and endurance. Lentils help fill some of those gaps naturally. They also contain amino acids that help signal muscle tissue to maintain itself, especially when eaten regularly as part of balanced meals. Another advantage is digestion. The fiber in lentils supports gut health, and a healthier digestive system absorbs nutrients more efficiently, including protein. And lentils are very affordable. A small bag can provide several meals and they cook faster than most other beans. Red lentils become soft and creamy, making them easy to chew. Green and brown lentils hold their shape and work well in salads, soups, and grain bowls. You can use them in stews, mix them into rice, or season them with herbs and mild spices to make simple side dishes that support daily protein needs. They may not replace animal protein completely, but they work very well alongside it. Number 4, canned tuna. Canned tuna is one of the simplest and most affordable ways to add high-quality protein to your day, especially after 60. It contains complete protein that your body can absorb easily, which matters more and more as digestion becomes less efficient with age. When protein is easy to break down and use, muscles receive what they need without placing extra strain on the digestive system. Tuna is also naturally low in fat and calories, making it a good option for building or maintaining muscle without adding unwanted weight. This can help support better balance and easier movement over time. Research on older adults shows that fish-based protein is often absorbed more efficiently than many other protein sources, even in people over 70. That means more of what you eat actually goes toward maintaining muscle tissue. Another benefit is convenience. Canned tuna requires no cooking, no planning, and no special storage. You can keep several cans on hand and add them to meals in minutes. You can mix tuna with a little olive oil and herbs, add it to salads, make simple patties with eggs, or eat it with whole grain crackers and vegetables. These combinations provide both protein and steady energy, which helps muscles stay active throughout the day. For most people, rotating tuna with other fish like sardines or canned salmon keeps meals interesting and supports a wider range of nutrients. This also avoids relying too heavily on a single food source. The key point is consistency. When protein shows up regularly in your meals, muscles receive steady support instead of short bursts that fade quickly. Number 3, eggs. Eggs are one of the most useful and affordable muscle-supporting foods available, and they work especially well for seniors. They contain complete protein with excellent absorption, meaning your body can use nearly everything you eat. This is important because when muscle-building signals weaken with age, every gram of usable protein matters. But eggs offer more than protein alone. The yolk contains nutrients that help muscles respond better to protein, which improves how effectively the body uses the entire egg. Eating the whole egg instead of only the whites allows those nutrients to work together. Eggs also contain natural fats that support vitamin absorption, including vitamin D, which plays a role in muscle performance and balance. When vitamin D levels are low, muscles can feel weaker, and fatigue sets in more quickly. Eggs are also easy to prepare in many ways. You can scramble them with vegetables, make omelets, boil them for snacks, or serve them over whole grain toast. They fit into breakfast, lunch, or dinner without much effort. And because they are filling, they help prevent skipping meals, which can quietly reduce daily protein intake without you noticing. For seniors trying to maintain strength, eggs provide a reliable foundation that supports muscle day after day without complicated recipes or expensive ingredients. Number 2, Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is one of the most powerful and overlooked protein sources for adults over 60. What makes it special is that it contains 2 types of protein at the same time: fast-digesting whey and slow-digesting casein. Whey delivers amino acids quickly, helping muscles start repairing soon after you eat. Casein releases amino acids slowly over several hours, keeping muscles fed long after the meal is over. This is extremely important for seniors because muscles become less responsive to protein as we age. So instead of needing more supplements, what really helps is protein that stays available longer in the bloodstream. Studies on older adults show that people who regularly eat Greek yogurt tend to maintain better leg strength and walking speed. Those are 2 of the strongest predictors of staying independent later in life. Greek yogurt also supports digestion. It contains beneficial bacteria that help improve nutrient absorption and reduce low-grade inflammation, which is one of the silent drivers of muscle loss. When digestion improves, your body makes better use of every gram of protein you eat, not just from yogurt, but from all meals throughout the day. It also provides calcium and B vitamins, which help support nerve signaling and muscle contraction. Strong muscles need strong bones underneath them, and yogurt helps support both systems at the same time. The best choice is plain, full-fat Greek yogurt with no added sugar. Added sugar increases inflammation and can interfere with insulin balance, which affects muscle health. You can eat it with berries and nuts, blend it into smoothies, use it instead of sour cream, or even add it to sauces and soups for extra protein. That makes it easy to spread protein intake across the day instead of cramming it into one meal. And that brings us to the most important and most affordable food on the list. The one that supports muscle, digestion, energy, and long-term health all at once, and costs less per serving than almost anything else in the store. Number 1, dried beans. Dried beans may not look impressive, but for seniors who want to build and protect muscle on a budget, they are one of the smartest foods you can buy. They combine protein, slow-digesting carbohydrates, fiber, and essential minerals all in one simple package. That combination is incredibly powerful for aging muscles. Protein helps repair muscle tissue. Carbohydrates provide the energy your muscles need to use that protein. Fiber improves gut health, which increases how well your body absorbs nutrients. And minerals like magnesium, potassium, and iron support muscle contraction and oxygen delivery. As we age, chronic low-grade inflammation becomes one of the biggest causes of muscle loss. Beans contain natural anti-inflammatory compounds that help calm this process and create a better environment for muscle to grow instead of shrink. Long-term studies show that older adults who eat beans regularly tend to have better physical function, fewer falls, and greater independence compared to those who rarely eat them. And the value is almost unbelievable. 1 pound of dried beans costs around $1 and provides multiple servings of high-quality protein. That works out to just a few cents per serving, far cheaper than any protein bar, shake, or supplement. Beans are also extremely versatile. You can add them to soups, stews, salads, and rice dishes, mash them into spreads, blend them into sauces, use them as the base of chili or vegetable bowls, and you don't have to eat beans with meat in the same meal. Your body can combine amino acids across meals throughout the day, so variety is enough to make the protein complete. Black beans, kidney beans, navy beans, chickpeas, each provides slightly different minerals and antioxidants, so rotating types gives even more benefit. For seniors who want strength, stability, and energy without spending more money, beans are not just helpful, they are essential. Final message. So let's quickly recap. You do not need expensive protein powders or specialty supplements to build muscle after 60. Some of the most effective muscle-building foods are also the cheapest. Sardines for anti-inflammatory protein and bone support. Cottage cheese for slow overnight muscle repair. Lentils for plant protein and energy. Canned tuna for lean, highly absorbable protein. Whole eggs for complete nutrition and muscle signaling. Greek yogurt for steady protein and gut health. And dried beans for full body support at the lowest cost possible. Muscle loss with age is not inevitable. What matters most is consistency, not perfection. Start small, add 1 or 2 of these foods into your weekly routine. Build meals around them, and let your body get the steady nourishment it needs to stay strong. Strength means more than muscle. It means staying independent. It means getting up from chairs easily. It means walking with confidence. And it means continuing to live life on your own terms. If this video helped you, share it with someone who could benefit from eating better without spending more. And tell me in the comments, which of these foods are you already eating and which ones will you start adding this week? If you want more science-based tips for staying strong and healthy after 60, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.